Steve made some French fries for us, and I went into the refrigerator to get some ketchup and realized we were out. So today we're going to be making some homemade ketchup. Before I get into actually making the ketchup today, I want to talk a little bit about our main ingredient, which is tomato powder. Now, tomato powder, some of you may be familiar with it. If you have a freeze dryer, I'm sure it's something that you've probably already made. If you're not familiar with tomato powder, all this is tomatoes that have been dried and then ground into a powder to be able to rehydrate to use later. Now, for me, one jar represents about 50 Roma tomatoes. So for us, being able to powder our tomatoes means much easier storage for us instead of having multiple jars of diced tomatoes or pureed tomatoes or tomatoes in the freezer. And I don't have to worry about it because a jar like this, dried and stored properly, can last up to 25 years. So what can I make with tomato powder? Tomato powder, today we're making it into ketchup. You can also use it to make barbecue sauce. You can make tomato paste, tomato sauce, tomato soup, tomato juice. There's lots of different things that you can make with tomato powder, which is why we like storing our tomatoes this way instead of having them in the freezer or having dozens of pureed tomatoes in jars on our shelf. Our ingredients today for making our ketchup are going to be powdered tomatoes, white vinegar, sugar, salt, onion powder, and water. Just a few simple ingredients and it comes out amazing. Our first ingredient is going to be our tomato powder, and I'm going to be using 1 cup of tomato powder. So I'm going to get this measured in. And your tomato powder may vary in color depending on the type of tomatoes you use, on how ripe those tomatoes are. So don't worry if your tomato powder when you make it is a little more orange, a little more red. So we've got a cup of tomato powder. We're going to use a teaspoon of salt, and I'm just using a plain iodized salt. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And I'm not using an onion salt, I'm using onion powder. Then this is the ingredient that's controversial. I see it all the time online. People talk about how much sugar is in ketchup. This result at the end is going to have about half the amount of sugar that you're going to get in a store-bought ketchup. So I'm actually going to put in 5 tablespoons of sugar, and I'm just using a regular white granulated sugar. Now the recipe for this will be on our webpage, and I'll make sure I leave a link as well. So don't worry if you haven't got that down from as I'm making it here. Now for our wet ingredients. We're going to use a half a cup of white vinegar. And then we are going to add 3 cups of water. Now one thing to keep in mind, excuse me, one thing to keep in mind is if you are using a tap water and you're on city water, you might want to use a distilled water or bottled water instead, because you don't want to be using anything that's got chlorine or something like that in the water itself. So now all that's in there. The next step is going to be just to stir it up. So I'm going to get this all stirred together, and it smells like ketchup. You can also, if you like a spicier ketchup, you can add in some red pepper or hot pepper. You can add in some garlic if you want. The first time you make it, if you start with the base, the easiest thing to do is make that base, taste it, and then make any adjustments you want or additions you want to make it the flavor that you like. So once we get this all stirred, I'm just going to put this on the stove and get it to a simmer. Now that I've put this onto my wood cook stove, I'm going to bring this mix to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, then I'm going to move it over on the stove where it's at a lower heat. On a regular stove, you would just reduce the heat and bring it to a simmer. And then you're going to simmer it until it gets to the thickness that you want. Now right now this is a very thin mix, so this is going to take a little bit. I'm not going to bore you with that process, so I will be back once it has gotten thickened up. I just pulled this off the stove, and the consistency, as you can see, if I do this, the consistency is very thick. It doesn't just run off the spoon. So this batch is ready. Let me get it out and see how much we ended up with. So the batch we just made actually came out to be about 6 ounces when it was finished. I've got another batch going on the stove to add to this, but temporarily I've got this put into a canning jar until the other one is ready. I'll mix the two together, and then I'm going to move them into an old store ketchup bottle that I saved to make it easier for us to use. Now this, as I said, makes a great base for your ketchup. I love it the way it is, but if you like your ketchup a little bit spicier, you can add some cayenne or chili pepper. If you want, you can add a little bit of garlic to it, or if you want a smokier flavor, you can add some liquid smoke or some smoked paprika. There's a lot of different ways you can customize this to make it your own. So if you enjoyed our video and you'd like to see more videos like this, please make sure you leave a comment in the comment section for us. If you can give us a thumbs up for a like and share our video with your friends, it really helps us out a lot. So until next time, everybody, take care.